Hi anybody, I'm Luppi and we are playing some more Mario Minecraft. Yep, it's almost nighttime and that's okay. We have got a whole inventory full of netherrack. And that's what we're going to be doing today. We are going to be placing a crap ton of netherrack. I'm ready for this project to be done. I know I've said that a bunch, but it never gets less I want it to be done. There we go. I knew we left a spot open for something. So yeah, we're gonna... Assuming we can get everything to work properly, we are going to be doing stuff. We're going to go around, we're just gonna kind of get a feel for what we need to work on now, and then we will continue to work on stuff. And that'll be the game plan for today. A lot of working on stuff. I should ask, how was your guys' week? Mine was... I don't know. I feel like I'm at the tail end of dealing with insomnia at this point. I think I'll have it beat sooner than later. I had a night where I slept for 9 hours or so, and that was really nice. That was beautiful. Wasn't quite perfect, but it was much needed rest. I will say that it was much needed rest at a predictable time. So I appreciate it. Like, I feel like with insomnia, it's difficult because sometimes you're tired and you feel the need to sleep, but you can't. And that's the worst. But sometimes all you really need is to just kind of throw away the ideas of performing for society's expectations or whatever. And you just need to sleep whenever your body tells you it's tired. You know, it doesn't matter what the time is, just put down what you're doing and get some sleep. That can also work against you though, because you could set your body up to sleeping at really weird times, especially if you need a very specific schedule. But sometimes a specific schedule isn't in your best favor. Or not in your best favor, but in your best, I guess, yeah, in your best favor, in your best interest. It's just not gonna be the thing that, like, fully works with you, you know? Like, I'm a guy who can be, I can sleep at night, I can sleep during the day, it doesn't really matter. As long as it's fairly consistent, then it's usually fine. That's what gets me, is when I am not consistent about it. And I'm really bad about letting things interrupt my own personal schedule, and that's what gets me. And I know this about myself. And I still let it happen. That's the dumb thing. I let this kind of stuff happen to me. And on one hand, it's fine. Sometimes, like, things happen. You gotta change your schedule, you gotta change your plans. That's life. It's just for a night or two or a weekend, that's fine. But sometimes it isn't. So knowing what kind of person you are and just kind of adjusting for that can definitely prevent, or should hopefully prevent, a lot of heartache. A lot of nights where you're just awake when nobody else is. You're just frustrated and upset. 'Cause that's no fun. That's no fun at all. Yeah, I am fairly tired still. like all the time. And that also really stinks. So my hope is hopefully this week we just get a lot of sleep when we need it, but not so much that it ruins our sleep schedule going forward. And that we're able to not be tired all the time, because I'm not really liking being tired all the time. It's definitely been a struggle. It definitely makes doing stuff harder. So I'll appreciate being awake and not feeling like I'm going to freaking die if I don't get some shut-eye. And then when I try to get some shut-eye, I can't. I just lay there for hours. This is another terrible thing. So yeah, hopefully we beat that. I would like to beat that. With a hockey stick. With a run over insomnia with a car, you know? Like, I guess when you're not too tired to function though, and you're kind of aware like, yeah, I'm not going to fall asleep tonight. Like, just getting up and doing something else really helps too. It gets rid of the stress when you actually like do something to take your mind off it. And then sometimes later you can fall asleep pretty easy. Sometimes you can't. And that's no fun. It's not fun from that angle. Yeah, hopefully we get it knocked out. Like, on one hand, it's not the worst thing I've experienced in my life, but at the same time, it's like every time we reach the point where it's like, I'm so tired, I can't function, but I'm still like unable to sleep. Like that kills me. I every time that happens, it's like I never want this to happen again. And in general, I'm a person like that though. Like every time I get sick, it doesn't matter how sick it is. It's just like I never want this to happen to me again. Doesn't matter if it's cold or a sinus infection. Like, I don't know. Not being in top form sucks. And I know that's a very privileged thing to say. Because there's tons of people who don't have a top form. Or don't have a top form comparable to what I have. So I know it's a very privileged thing to complain about. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, I don't know, anything that affects you like that randomly just sucks. Doesn't matter what it is. Like, it just, why can't we have friendlier disorders and diseases, you know? Why does it always have to be something stupid or scary? Why is it always some, like, microscopic freak doing a random thing because it's hijacking my cells, or it's trying to do this or that? Why can't we have some nice diseases? Why can't we have nice, unintentional side effects of our neurology, you know? And it's like, well, the nice, unexpected side effects of the brain is literally everything humans do that other animals don't. You know, it's called art, it's called being creative, it's called speaking, you know. Just the fun stuff the brain does that it doesn't have to. That everybody allegedly enjoys and appreciates. Yeah, that's my insomnia rant, I guess we could say. Oh man, he got me. That wasn't very nice. I was just talking and he hit me with a trident. You're goofing off though, so you're going to die. And you're not gonna give me your trident. That jerk gave me his flesh, but he didn't give me a trident. So we are going to kill his little part of the river. Oh well. That's what you get. No flooding here. Topical. But yeah, did anybody have a good weekend? That is my question. I had an okay one other than the lack of sleep. And I got sunburned. I attended a gathering and got a little bit of sunburn. Only on my arms and like the back of my neck. So it's not too bad. But the arms are very bad actually. Like they burn. They are tender and burning. So that sucks. Oh yeah, there's a little one. That's no good. It's close enough to nighttime. Let me... There we go. Beautiful view. Okay, let's take the bed. Yeah, look at that guy. Doing his best as well. Or her best. Their best, you know. We're all doing our best here. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, sunburn. Yeah. Got to play some badminton. That was nice. On one hand, I would have rather played volleyball, but considering how sunburnt I ended up, I feel like I would have realized I was sunburnt way earlier, and I would have been in a lot of pain. And maybe I don't need to be sunburnt and bruised, so it's fine. I enjoyed badminton. Although when we started playing it, like the sun was in a weird area, so like it was blinding on one side of the match. We were like rotating people so that nobody was stuck with the sun in their eyes for an entire thing. I don't know, it was kind of a nice experience. It makes me realize I do miss doing like more sporty kind of things. I do miss the camaraderie of being on a team. Not that I ever was like on one seriously, but I took 4 years of gym in high school. Like, you know, you find a good group of people and you just want to keep hanging out with them. Kind of let that be a guide in my life. If you find a good group, try to spend some time with them. That's why I took 3 semesters worth of printmaking as well in art school. Had a really good group of people the first semester of it, and a bunch of them were taking the second course, and it's like, okay. And then a bunch of them were like, yeah, we'll keep going. We'll go to printmaking 3, and it's like, okay. I don't really have the time or the talent for it, but I'll keep doing it to hang out with you guys. I guess the one thing I learned is if you don't have time for stuff, don't make stuff big. If you don't have the time for it, don't make it big. That's the secret to sticking to deadlines. Keep things at a reasonable size or whatever. If only I practiced what I preached. Only we practice what we preached here. That'd be quite the world to live in, wouldn't it? So, are we going to do this entire bit? Like, I feel like we don't have to. But I feel like we should at least do everything Oh, we've kind of set ourselves up to do, you know? I hear ya. Gurgle, gurgle. Death to interlopers. I get it. It's fine. It's fun. And I finally did get the bootleg Pokemon Crystal for the N64. And I tested it out. And it works. It actually works. It's actually Pokemon Crystal. It doesn't have a battery in it though, so you have to set the time every time you play it. And because it's like some sort of weird wonky emulation, like it doesn't save. Like it'll tell you it did, but then it doesn't really. So you have to use save states, but like when I was first trying to figure out the save states, it wasn't working. So I don't know why. And it might just be you have to be like in the menu to do it for some reason, or I don't know, I assume there's some like rule I haven't figured out. But yeah, I couldn't get the save states to work at first. Like it was giving me like an error, like, we can't decompile the data or whatever. And then what I did was I just saved in the menu, and it's not a save that is kept, you know, it's just the game's thinking it saved. And then I did a save state, and that worked. So I don't know if that's the way you have to do it, or if it's just like it'll as long as the save state's like kind of in a menu or something, it's fine, or after a menu. I don't know. Like I don't know what they did to the game to make it run on an N64. Like I feel like the best way to play Pokemon Crystal or like the old Pokemon are probably either on their original Nintendo handhelds or like the virtual console versions. I don't think a bootlegged version or even emulated, like properly emulated on a computer is fine. Because I feel like a lot of emulators are just, or at least the ones I've used, are kind of coded so whatever clock, if it needs a clock, it's going to use like your actual clock, so that's cool. Like I know, what was it? Oh yeah, Animal Forest, Dobutsu no Mori for the N64. Doesn't have a battery. N64 games generally don't. So if you play the N64 version for realsies, you have to input the time every time. And it's annoying, but that's just the way it is. Whereas if you emulate it on your computer, it'll just, it will just be there. It'll just take the computer's time, which is really cool. It's really convenient, really makes things nice and easy. Like, I really appreciated that when I was playing it. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. Maybe we'll play it, maybe we won't. I have like an itch. Okay. I had an itch to scratch, and I did. And that made it stop itching. Okay. It was a random elbow itch. I don't know what that's about. Maybe there's a cat hair somewhere funny. Or maybe it's just a random thing. Maybe it's sunburn. Preemptively like peeling or whatever. I know. I'm breathing. I'm aware of what we're doing. I'm aware that I'm not always the most aware person. It's fine. It doesn't help though that I am playing this a little later than I'd like, but oh well. It's not as late as last time, so that's good. But it's still later than I would have liked. It's not ideal. I'd kind of like to get this done a little earlier so I'm a little less tired. But it's fine. I wanted to avoid the fireworks though, because people are, you know, it's the 4th of July. People are gonna they're gonna set off fireworks. Personally, I don't appreciate it, period, because my parents' dog doesn't like it. And I think it freaks out my parents' cat as well. But usually the neighborhood people aren't too bad about it. Like they'll set it off for like half an hour. And then they'll just say that's fine, they're done. And I appreciate that. That's fair. That's more than fair. Like, half an hour of fireworks, like what's that? That's not even anything. So, I don't know. Definitely live around some way worse people. And when I went to the gathering, we saw a parade. And I do have to say, I do appreciate that this year there wasn't any like blatant political propaganda this year. That was nice. There was one float that did have like a turn the state to the other color kind of thing, and it's like, well, that's a little tacky. And also had like a slogan like good triumphs when we work together or something, and it's like, I don't know, are you really good? Are you really a good person if you're making a blatant political statement? I say making blatant political statements while I play Minecraft. You know, it's just the way it is. I'm a hypocrite, but I'm also not supporting people. I don't support people who want to destroy people's lives, so I feel like it's okay if I advocate. If I offer my own opinions. It's a little more okay. A little less gross. And people who have to like squirm around like, well, it's fine if I want to hurt these people because they're criminals. They're criminals because they disagree with me. Or because they're different kinds of people than I am, but you know, they're criminals nonetheless. And that's why they must be destroyed. So yeah. I don't know. Definitely not enjoying living in the like find out part of American history. At the same time, I'm kind of okay with not being one of the like screw around people though, you know? What a waste that would be. To be born at any time before I was. Like the amount of time I waste on the internet. I can't see a life without computers anymore. So I'm glad I got to live to see them go from like things you keep in like a school in an office that you do very specific things on to being everywhere and capable of like so many things. That's quite the transformation. Quite the transformation indeed. Or would it be evolution? I don't know. I don't like saying evolution for things that aren't like alive. I mean, sometimes it makes sense, like if we're comparing like previous generations of like machines, like video game consoles or cars. Like, that makes sense. That's kind of fair. But if we're just talking about random stuff, I don't know. Kind of becomes a little less fair. Kind of dilutes the meaning of the word evolution, you know? But yeah, I don't know. Definitely wish we had, in the United States, a more representational government. Like, more than anything, I wish the people who got elected actually acted in the interests of the people. And I know if you follow stuff, like, we're long past that. But at the same time, I think it would fix a lot of things. Because I feel like people become radicalized when they feel like they don't have other options, you know? Like, sane people don't think about hurting people or, you know, going to jail for a cause or outright, like, ending their lives for a cause without a really compelling reason why. And, like, it doesn't have to be a good reason. There are a lot of compelling reasons that are absolute garbage. But, like, that's the thing. It just has to be compelling to the person doing it. That's kind of scary. It really is. It's legitimately scary. How people can just do whatever and be okay with it. I don't really understand it. As someone who's deeply uncomfortable with, like, everything about being a human being, I don't really understand how people can willingly embrace, like, the worst parts of being human. But I suppose that's my perspective. As someone who doesn't quite get it, in many ways, I noticed that we didn't have the bubbles, and I was like, oh no, I'm gonna drown. It's like, no, we're above the water. Oh, we don't have to worry about that one, buddy. And then I might have to get another person's contact information again so I can actually talk to them. I don't know if it's gonna be worth it, but you never know. Sometimes reaching out ends up being a good thing. Sometimes it ends up being just as horrible as you could imagine. But you don't get anywhere by fearing the best. And you don't get anywhere by not putting in a little effort. That's for sure. I mean, there are tons of people who have, but it's a little different when you can just burn money to make your dreams come true. Although from a certain way of looking at things, I feel like all dreams are only possible if you're willing to burn money. So, I don't know. Is that a little too negative? A little too pessimistic? Yeah, I don't think, going back to the bootleg Pokemon games, I don't think I'm gonna buy any of the gold and silver. Because I don't really appreciate how wonky the time is. Like, it ticks me off. It would tick me off to have to manually set the time every time I want to play that game. Or those games, if we're gonna get all of them. And I don't know, I guess. Also, one thing I noticed was whenever I saved the game, like in the game, you know, just going to the menu, hitting like save or whatever. Um, it would turn the game to night. And I think part of that is the emulator has its own timer in it, but the game doesn't automatically use that. But it will default to it in specific situations, and I guess after you save is one of those like, let's reset, let's sync up or whatever, which it should be doing from the start. And that's my opinion. It should be syncing up from the start. Oh well, whatever, you know, whatever. It is what it is. And I did get a chance to watch part of the Minecraft movie. I didn't get a chance to... No, I'm yawning. We're only a half hour in. How painful. How painful our struggle is. Yeah, I did get a chance to watch the Minecraft movie, at least part of it. I think I was halfway through. I guess the trailers didn't... I didn't realize that all the people, they weren't random people. They, like, know each other, kind of, in the real world. Like, they're all from the same town. Or living in the same town currently. So I guess, on one hand, like, yeah, it's not like they just, summon random people, you know. I guess I don't know what I was expecting. Yeah, I was not expecting the one younger lady and the young guy to be like brother and sister. Was not expecting the other lady to be like their realtor and like an odd jobs kind of person. Like, didn't expect that. And then I had no idea what the what's his name? The guy they just make fun of, you know. Not Steve, but the other guy, the guy in the pink clothes. Like, yeah, I didn't know what his deal was. So it's kind of neat to see him just be like a washed up gamer guy, like an arcade gamer. Kind of biting the hand humor there, I guess, a little bit, but you know, they're not entirely wrong. So yeah, we'll see. I'll probably have time to finish it up at some point. And then I can get my real opinions about it. And that'd be really cool. I mean, probably not. Especially if I'm still like tired like this. That would not be cool just to hear me like stumbling and mumbling about a random thing. Yeah, the Minecraft movie was... What was I saying? Minecraft? We're playing Minecraft. I don't know what I was gonna say. Like, that'd just be terrible. Can you imagine 2 hours of that? Especially if I kept like nodding off and I wasn't placing blocks. So we made no progress. That'd be terrible. That'd be a nightmare. That truly would be a nightmare. Well, then I spent, I am yawning though, for realsies. Spent way too much time reading about Deltarune characters. Just the ones from like chapter 1 and 2. I'm not spoiling myself for the 3 and 4 stuff. I'll let the soundtracks do that whenever I buy them from Fangamer. Whenever Fangamer has the new soundtracks up, then I'll buy them and be spoiled. Hooray. As the video game soundtrack gods intended, you know? Yeah, I am... Honestly, I feel like this week I should have not recorded... I shouldn't have recorded Minecraft and Mario, Luigi, whatever. And I should have just said I was tired. That I was recovering from hanging out with people and insomnia and whatever. And it would have been fine. It would be okay. But there's a part it's like, I don't know, I enjoy this. Not enjoying it while I'm tired, but you know, I'm still happy to see the progress we're making. I still want these projects to be done at some point. I have no idea how far I want to take this. The further we go, the further we go. Dang grass and its dang wheat seeds. Oh, what do I look like? A Neolithic farmer? I watched an interesting video about how there's genetic and fossil evidence that there was a huge war in like Europe and the Middle East and Asia that killed off like what, 95% of men? I don't know, that's pretty wild if that's true. Like, it's a big claim, so I'd like to see a lot of evidence for it. Yeah, I don't know. Might explain some things about us human people nowadays. Kinda getting in my way, sheep friend. I mean, you were. You're not now. You're fine now. Okay, let us see. How much do we have to do? A little bit too much, I would say. I also went to a local festival. It was my first time, and I didn't really like, I didn't buy anything. I got free ice cream. That was nice. But I didn't really do anything. I did see some of the historical stuff. I went into random like buildings that were being shown off by the county or whatever. That was kind of neat. But yeah, I didn't really participate like financially. I really didn't take advantage of the free samples as much as I could have, I suppose. In hindsight, we could have gotten a lot more free samples. That's kind of a bummer. But, I don't know. It was neat. I guess it also was kind of weird because, like, a lot of the buildings, the county-run buildings, weren't really set up for, like, having crowds of people, like, wander through them. But, like, some of the tours and some of the historical stuff, it was really easy to miss stuff because you were just kind of, like, cycling through a little faster than you'd like. That's definitely not the way it is like year round, but it's definitely probably the way it is on like field trips or holidays or whatever. Special events. Okay. We're a little disjointed, but we got the spirit, I would hope. Okay, let me get up here, please. And thank you. Yeah, whenever I'm done here, I am going to bed. I don't even know if I'm gonna wait to turn on. I mean, I can turn on the computer and transfer the files. That's fine. I'll brush my teeth while I'm doing that. And then I'm going to bed. I'm not even gonna take a bath unless I end up really sweaty. I am yawning up a storm. We're not even an hour in. Wow. Heck, we're not even done with all the netherrack we just had in our hands. We gotta hustle those buns. We gotta get stuff done. Okay, so where am I? Okay, I understand where I am. Gotcha. And then just working this front part is probably all I want to do with the netherrack, isn't it? Because we're gonna have to meet up with the stuff we already did and the stuff we already left behind. But that's fine. That's neat. There we go. I get to hear somebody's opinions about the Five Nights at Freddy's games. And I was kind of like, yeah, I kind of stopped paying attention after a while. Like, I liked watching Markiplier, and they were like, yeah, I love watching Markiplier too. And it's like, still play Five Nights at Freddy's? I'm like, yeah, he plays the new ones. I'm actually watching one of his playthroughs right now, and it's like, oh, that's cool. I'm not interested, though. Not at all. Although I did recently see like a little infographic that... Come on, let me sleep. That has all the games like numbered, like in what order they came in, and like that makes it make a little more sense. Like once they stopped using numbers for the games, it's like, why pay attention? I feel like that about a lot of things though. Like the moment the naming convention becomes too complicated to like figure out without looking it up, it's like, why bother? It's easier to say this media is not for me than to learn another fun fact about another new media. Oh well. I'm gonna be honest, I'm a little disappointed that I'm so tired. At the same time, I'm not really that surprised because I did start recording a little late. Like, I didn't feel this bad 2 hours ago. So if I would have started 2 hours ago, I'd be fine. But I'm starting now, and that's a bit too late. A little bit too late. Story of my life so far. Unfortunate. Okay. Only I could get myself to stop yawning. That would be... And stop placing things randomly. You know, that would also be really cool. Maybe I just have to change my facial expression. Or do something else, like we could flex our muscles, of which I have none. I can move my toes and focus on reality for a bit longer. Okay, we're making progress, but we're also not really making any progress at all. How unfortunate. Okay. Don't know why that's like that. We'll keep doing our best. And hey, we used up our netherrack. Awesome. Almost. We got some bars, but it's going by quick. It'll be gone before you know it. Wow. If only I had a pickaxe. I hear it, but I don't see it, so I'm not too concerned yet. That's clearly an underground guy, isn't it? Weird. All quiet on the eastern front. Other than that, gosh darn background music. Gotta appreciate Big Boo's haunts. Oh, come on. Alright, that's step by step, getting it done. Knocking it out. Bit by bit. I am simply too tired to function. That sucks. We still got at least an hour to go, I would say. And honestly, we should just keep going until we've worked out like a chest or two, right? So that'd be fine. I feel like there was something I talked about with someone, and I don't remember what it was. I don't know, that's kind of the sucky thing about growing up. All the important things just kind of go to the wayside. I don't know. Yeah, I know I always say, like, next week we'll be a little more awake, but hopefully next week we are more awake. It's not painful, but it is not ideal. I would appreciate being a little more well-rested. Or at least doing this at a time frame where it doesn't seem so weird to just have a baby on a train, or what am I saying a baby on a train for? I lost my train of thought. There we go. That's a weird thing to say. What the heck did I mean by that? Baby on a train? I don't know. But we are getting somewhere with all this. Possibly not a good somewhere, but it's a somewhere nonetheless. let's grab more netherrack and hopefully let's see if we can't focus a little more. I don't think I can. I'm too tired. Just let me be. Let me do what I gotta do. But yeah, I'll be really glad when the sunburn goes away. Or peels off of me, whatever happens first, I guess. Oh yeah, we gotta drop stuff off first. Okay. New plan. Getting rid of garbage. Okay. Fairly okay. Let's see, we got other stuff in here. We got other stuff everywhere. Oh, wow. Okay. Is there any food stuff I could use to get rid of things? I mean, technically, yes. There we go. And then from here... Oh wait, no we can't. I mean, we can, technically, yes. Yeah, I thought I was in a better state than this, and I was wrong. I'm not in any state to do anything, apparently. Utterly unfortunate. At the same time, we got so much netherrack, we should be able to get a decent amount of everything done. Like we did that river up, and then we're doing this front sideways part, whatever it is. Whichever way it is. We're doing our best. Maybe not our best, but we're doing. We're trying we're trying. Oh, that's too bad. That makes me feel bad. Oh, what an effort. Look at that. Their watery ecosystem is devastated. So it goes. Okay, and it's now nighttime or whatever. Very nice. Then we just gotta keep placing netherrack until we waste, until we use up, not waste. Until we use up another chunk of our, there we go. Our netherrack. We've collected a fair amount. And unfortunately, I don't think it's worth much because fictional stuff doesn't happen in real life. Really wish I could stop yawning. That would really make this a little more helpful. Really wish I had spent the time and actually read some of the usual manga stuff this week. I haven't read anything new. haven't read anything new from stuff I've already been reading. Kind of unfortunate. But what can we do other than give up in the face of such adversaries? I don't know, I think it's better to persevere to an extent. There we go. It's just the grass is tall, so it doesn't want to go away. And now I am literally turned about. I have no idea where I am. Well, now I do. Okay. I know where we are. We are just in this dumb little valley. Waiting for animals to scavenge all of this. It's a pretty gruesome thought. And yet time comes for us all. I feel like I'm just saying random stuff, and I'm sorry about that, but my brain is literally nodding off as we speak. I find myself transported to a strange land, for sure. You know, I've been... Nah, it's fine. Gonna say, like, the leaves almost remind me of, like, the tarantulas from Animal Crossing. It's these big, stupid things that, are always you run into them unexpectedly. I don't know. There we go, close enough. Keep asking myself where I am, and it's like, you don't remember? That sucks. Way to be the adult in the room, I say. About to take a nap. Desperately wanting to sleep. Turning that into the only thing we talk about. I'd be really bad if I can't sleep today. If I can't fall asleep, I'm gonna blame someone. Probably some rich guy, and then I'll sue him. And that'll be how I earn, I say earn. That'll be how we get some money. Some more money. We can do whatever we want with it. Oh boy. Where am I? I'm still in here. Okay. Gotcha. Adequate. Thought I heard an owl. You never know. You never know. There could be one out there. They're kind of neat animals. Honestly, owls are creepy, if we're being honest. They look cool. They look cute. What was that? Probably just that sheep we saw, right? That Koopa? Oh well. Yeah, owls are kind of freaky. Like, if you look into their ears, you can see their eyes. Like, their heads are... not very well proportioned to everything that needs to be crammed inside them. But like, yeah, owls are weird. And if you've ever seen like a nest of newborn owls, or like owls without their feathers, like those are also pretty alien looking. So I don't know. I'm not a fan of owls, I guess. Oh, and hey, I'm getting new neighbors at some point too. That's kind of cool. Like I was outside hanging out with the dog one day, and the people who own the house next door came over and were like, "Oh, hey, we met you before." And it's like, yeah, probably. I don't know. I'm around. They're like, "Oh, your parents home?" It's like, yeah, they're just doing stuff, you know. Lazy day, lazy week, whatever. And then they're like, "Oh, we're gonna be moving in some people. We're gonna have new neighbors." It's like, oh, that's cool. Hopefully they're not annoying. Or if they're annoying, hopefully they're endearing about it so I don't have to like dislike them immediately. I know that's not where my brain should go, but I'm tired, so like I'm just gonna say horrible things. Like, did you hear what I said about the owls? How you can see their eyeballs through their ears? Like, what's up with that? Dang, evolution, you scary. I feel like usually people are just like, dang nature, what's wrong with you? But, I don't know. Definitely got a lot of squiggles though going on. Got a lot of little random squiggly doos. Okay. This little bit is, I say, done. We're never done, are we? Okay, so yeah, I was just hearing womps. Okay. I was just hearing all the dumb enemies. Gotcha. Sleep-deprived me was kind of freaking out a little bit, but the me that doesn't care it's probably fine. Mountain mine. How interesting. What a name to call this. Oh yeah, we have to use the D-pad. Gotcha. Partially asleep and still remembering things we knew from before again and again. Let's see. Probably call this like the volcano mine, but it's fine. Why didn't it say? Oh, I went back. I didn't do okay. Gotcha. Volcanaco mine. Yeah, I can hear the twomp just going around, and it sounds pretty close now. Okay. Yeah, let me sleep. Let me sleep uninterrupted. Like, I hear it, but I don't see anything, so I don't know what's going on here. I suppose it could be better. I suppose it could be worse. Yeah, there's gotta be a cave underneath this stuff, and we just, We're not finding out what came from it. Not easily, anyways. Yeah, doggy. You wanna be my friend? I could use some Minecraft friends. I could use a nap though, most importantly, I could use a nap. We've got this whole dumb area to fill in, I guess. I don't know. Can I get up there, please? Oh, this one's full of wood. Good for him. Yeah, it really bothers me when I'm so tired because, like, this is not ideal. But also, it's like, why wasn't I this tired last time when we were playing, or not last time we were playing Minecraft, but like when I was recording Luigi stuff. Like, I was awake for that. I don't know. A little frustrating. Okay, game, I don't know what you want from me. Ever. It's a thing that's going to... No, it's not going to disappear on its own. Okay. And that will, though, allegedly. Yeah, I don't know. Can't tell what's a dream and what's fake anymore. Just because I'm tired, not like as a mental health crisis. Like, I don't know. I feel like I meant to say some things and then I can't tell if I said it in the dream or not. Or if I've already said stuff. Which isn't a good way to be. It's kind of a irresponsible way to go about things. But again, sometimes you end up in a situation or situations where you just gotta do what you gotta do. Ugh. How high do we want this to be? I mean, it's gotta be as high as it needs to be to climb over these hills, these mountains, and then cover them up or fill them in with random stuff. So that people don't destroy all of this willy-nilly. Feeling like I ran into Pokemon and then I kind of like wake up and open my eyes a little more and it's like, no, you didn't. You're just staring at something stupid. So unfortunate. Okay. Yeah, I wish I had more to report on, but this was a weird week where I don't remember doing anything. That's actually legitimately weird. Usually you remember at least a few things, right? But I don't remember like anything. Other than going to the gathering and seeing a parade. That was neat. Yeah, I don't remember anything. Some of that's just I'm really tired and I'm struggling just to keep my eyes open and struggling to do what I can, you know. Alright, onward we go. We just keep placing blocks. Eventually we have to reach a point where we're done doing blocks. You never know. We could reach that point at some point. Or we could actually empty out another box. That'd be cool. I don't think so. But you never know. Yeah. I hear the scary cave noises. Blah blah. We're just working around them, buddy. We're not going into them. What a waste to have all this water here and to have no twomps try to just slide a princess into the pool. Okay. I don't know how many times I'm gonna say okay, but it's kind of like a rallying thing to kind of focus my mind. Oh my. My. I still think it would be kind of I don't know how it would work or if it could, but I think it would be a really neat experiment to see if you could get a modern game to work on an e-reader, basically. Oh yeah, that's what's splashing. No wonder I didn't see you. Sorry, buddy. You know the rules. Nothing makes me uncomfortable other than myself, you know? How dare you? Okay. Don't know where I am again, but you know, we're gonna make the best out of the situation. And even if we have to zig and zag, we can do it. As long as we don't fall asleep, we should be able to make our self-imposed quota, I suppose. I wish I had a pickaxe though. That's kind of the one thing I'm missing, and I really wish I had one. And it's almost nighttime again. Hurrah. That's something. Well, I said that, but it's not really, is it? I can't see anything, so oops. Yeah, it is. Yeah, the light's going out. Okay. There's no need to be so serious about things. Okay. Well, we're over an hour in and we haven't died, so that's cool. I honestly would have expected us to have fallen into one of the holes or accidentally drowned or something. I am pleasantly surprised by the lack of deceasefulness in our little random area. One thing I'm noticing about all the unofficial like ROM hacks on N64 cartridges is they always say like it needs the expansion pass, won't work without the expansion pass. And it's like, okay. Like I get it, but I don't know, somebody only owns an expansion pack because of a Donkey Kong 64 back in the day. Like, I'm actually not entirely sure what it does other than, like, doesn't it just add more RAM to the N64? Like, it's not really improving your, like, it's not really improving speeds or anything, it's just, allowing the N64 to, isn't it processed more efficiently, more effectively? I don't know. I'm realizing I'm pretty not very well versed in the NES era of video games. Makes sense. I was born like right as that stuff was falling out of favor. People were thinking about those Super Nintendos back in the day. I don't know, that's how I got my NES, was a cousin got a Super Nintendo and his parents didn't thought it was wasteful to have two consoles, so they gave my family the NES. We played a lot of Mario. Watched my dad play a lot of Mario too. Thinking about it, it might just be that's why I like the Super Mario Brothers 2 and 3 as opposed to the first one. Is my dad would play the first one a lot and he didn't really touch the other two. Whereas the other two were just free game for me. And also I could, since he didn't really play them, like I could say like, yeah, I got farther than you, you know? It wasn't always true in the original Super Mario Brothers. Like when I was a kid, I definitely struggled to keep up with my dad there. And who knows who's better at that game than at this point. I don't know. I didn't even know if he'd want to play. Should have gave him the the Mario Game & Watch. Oh well. Okay, we're doing stuff. And this is gonna take forever. Oh my goodness. I always complain about stuff like that though. I'm always like, oh, this is gonna take forever. I'm tired of it already. Okay, so not deep. Okay. Oh, we're almost getting there. What were we talking about? I legitimately forgot. I just remembered I was talking for a little bit there. And that's really good. It's nice to be talking because it does get your mind kind of focused on something else. Boy, there are so many ways, so many things that sound so comfy. So I don't know. I just want to be a comfy little guy. But I also just want my eyes open, dang it. I just want to stay awake, please. Can I do some Mario Golf with myself? Or Mario Tennis with myself, and we'll just whip out the N64 and we'll wake up playing some classic Mario side games. Yep. Okay. All right. I know I keep saying that, but I'm happy we're making progress somehow. Very happy with that. But I don't know. Still a long ways to go. A short way to get there. Also, I'm really glad I never got into like Nana, the manga and anime series, because every time my sister remembers it, she goes on a rant about how she wishes the author would just continue the series somehow. And it's like at this point it's been almost 20 years since it stopped like having new chapters, so I don't know, at a certain point you just gotta quit stressing out about it. And either... I don't know. I was gonna say something, but I don't remember what I was gonna say now. Yeah, don't stress out about stuff that's on hiatus or canceled. Enjoy what you got now. Enjoy what you could have if you were yourself a creative person. Making stuff. All the time. All the time. Ugh. Okay, but yeah, that's definitely a little slime guy, right? That's definitely a little twomp somewhere. Twomp, a twimp, whatever they are. I am so done with being awake. Against my will. We're going to use up what we can, and then we'll fill up our inventory one last time for tonight. And knock out that stuff, and hopefully I've knocked out a box. An entire box of random garbage. Yeah, I should have gotten some caffeine or something in me before I started doing this. I know it wouldn't be ideal for going to bed after this, but it might be fun to be a little more outgoing than I usually am, I suppose. Okay. Goodness, some of these pools still have their government-issued life preservers or whatever. Yeah, we've got a ways to go. At the same time, it's not that terribly bad. We've made a lot of progress. And maybe if we wake up a little bit more, we can actually tackle these caves at some point. Even if it's just a little bit. Oh my. It's starting to get dark again. We still have a fair amount of netherrack, which is good. You want a lot when you're doing a big project. Don't want to be caught unawares. Can I get up somewhere? Oh, there's my bed. There's the bed. Okay. But we didn't grab it on our own. Okay. I mean, we just did, but we didn't the last time. Okay. That's good to know. Okay. Yeah, I'm pleasantly surprised that you can buy raw. I mean, it's less pleasantly surprised and more just ambivalent towards the fact that you can buy like ROM hacks on like on N64 games or whatever. I'm sure there's more. I'm sure there's some that are like on whatever system they came from. Like, that's pretty cool. If they work better than Pokemon Crystal, then some of them might be worth it. At the same time, it's like, you're probably not paying the person who originally made the ROM hack. You're probably just paying some random ding-dong who's got the machines and the stuff to just create digital copies of other people's stuff. And that's no good. Oh, weird car. Making a weird noise. Oh well. It is what it is. Honestly, it almost sounded like a plane, except it was way too low. Who knows? Maybe it was. Maybe that's a secret. Secret to longevity is to make sure everybody flies a plane and not stress out about it. Okay, one thing I need to do is I actually need a sip of water. I have been talking and it's starting to catch up with me. So I'll do that soon. I will do that about now. That's fine. Why not? I've got my water. Took a big sip. And now we get ourselves situated again. Hands and controllers are safely in the thingy. And we are ready to finish this up. Hopefully we come across some sort of conversation topic that keeps us a little more awake than we were before. Because we can't just spend like 2 hours just going, okay, all right. Oh, what was I talking about? My throat still feels a little funny though. That's not good. Like a little scratchy. Oh well. It is what it is, right? We're doing what we can here. If I was going to buy another bootleg Pokemon game though, it'd probably Pokemon Yellow. That one doesn't have a clock in it. You get to be followed around by Pikachu. Yeah, I think I could handle Pokemon Yellow. Maybe Pokemon Blue. I've never owned a copy of Pokemon Blue. I've had Red, I have Gold and Silver. But I do not own Pokemon Blue, don't own an actual copy of Pokemon Yellow. I used to borrow one of my friend's copy of Yellow all the time. Because he didn't really care, he didn't really get anywhere in it. So it was kind of just fine for me to just borrow, and then I should have traded all the Pokemon I caught onto my Red or my Gold or Silver. Should have, but I don't know. It was his game, so it seemed a little unfair. Okay, so we are knocking out the netherrack, and that's good. That's what we want. That's exactly what we want. Unfortunately, this is kind of a dull... No, we reached trees! I don't want to cut down trees. That's not what today's project is. Today's project isn't be a lumberjack. Today's project is place netherrack. I mean, it was bound to happen at some point, so that's fine. Yeah, I don't really feel like dealing with trees. Not today. Alright, I heard another Hammer Brother zombie guy. Yeah, see, he is somewhere down there. In an unexpected abyss. Okay. But yeah, if you want to see me play Pokemon Crystal N64 edition, hit me up. Tell me that's what you want to see. Maybe we'll make a game out of it. Maybe we'll do a poll and see what starter should I start with. Totodile, Cyndaquil, or Chikorita. I'm gonna start with Chikorita, and I'm just gonna gaslight you guys and make you think that you told me to do it. It'll be fine. It'll be okay. I'm gonna be fine. We're all gonna be okay. Oh my goodness, I am fairly tired of this at this point as well. Try not to be, but yeah, I am spacing out. Unfortunate. It's not the way you want it to go. Honestly, though, I think I'm a little hungry. I could go for some... Oh, I don't know what I'd go for. Maybe oatmeal? I wonder if we have any the hot dogs left over. I think we had some left over. Really shouldn't be eating hot dogs all the time, though. They're not good for you at all. Okay. Like, thank goodness we are actually placing blocks and making this project go forward a little bit. But at the same time, it's like, man, if only we could have been in top shape the entire way through, right? Counterpoint to that would be, at least we're not sick. We're just a little bit insomniac and Just helping out what we can, just doing what we can. Yeah, next time I really really need to just find time and not do this last minute. Not do this at a time where I'm gonna be napping the entire time. That's no good. That's no bueno. Yeah, we'll see. And yeah, that's more. Another night. Another night turns a day prematurely. No fighting. Hurrah. And that is all the netherrack that we had stored at the time, and that's fine. Expected. Yeah, you guys definitely make sure you get a lot of sleep. Make sure you keep your sleep schedules as consistent as possible. Don't end up like me. Don't end up like me. This is regrettable. Truly a terrible fate. Hmm. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I am basically turned off at this point. I'm not ready to be an alarm clock. I'm not ready to do anything. Oh hey, we have spent a lot of time here. That woke me up a little bit. Oh boy, we did not run. We did not do our best, I feel. Still, we tried a little bit. And there are plants and animals here that don't deserve to be totally wiped off the face of the earth. Really. Really? Why isn't it? Oh, was I pressing the click buttons on a side that won't do anything? Okay. Let's do our best. Okay. Alright, I was thinking I was recollecting my thoughts, but at this point, I don't think I was at all. I'm out of it. I'm basically a zombie myself at this point. Well, maybe a little more conversational topics stored in my little cranium. But not much more. That's funny, that's cute. It's been really interesting and kind of frustrating seeing all the people make theories about Deltarune right off the bat. Because, like, I don't know, I'm trying to avoid spoilers. Whenever I get the chance to play will be whenever I get the chance to play, you know? Okay. And we've been all over this place. Doing what we can to help. Okay, that's not helping at all. So hopefully... someone recognizes that and does what they can. If not, we'll be back next week. Dealing with all of our weird issues with the Pokemon games and with whatever the other one's called or whatever the Metabot one's called. That's a game whose price I'd like to see. The GameCube Metabot game. I bet it's really expensive at this point. I feel like there's only one price for games you want to play that are retro. And it's too much money. Occasionally you're lucky, like me, and you think, man, I'd like to play some Super Monkey Ball Jr. on the Game Boy Advance. Let's see how expensive it is. And it's like, it's not expensive at all. So it's like, okay, I will buy a copy of this game. But oftentimes it's like, oh hey, I've never heard of this game, or I heard of this game before, and now it's blowing up on the internet. So let's see what's going on, and then it turns out the game's like $200 or $300 on eBay or some other internet website. That's the worst. And I recently learned that a game I've always wanted to own, called Cubivore, had an unofficial, or had a prototype for the N64. It was originally an N64 game. And there exists a ROM of the N64 version. And that's really cool, actually. And I downloaded that ROM. And I don't know if we'll ever end up playing either the GameCube version or the N64 version. Like, I mean, I'll play it for myself, for my own enjoyment. But I don't know if I'll record it. If I ever end up with a copy of Cubivore, though, for realsies, I will definitely play that crap. We would definitely celebrate acquiring a game that's like $300 to $600. Especially if I didn't have to spend the money for it. If somebody else spent the money for it and sent it to me, that would be awesome. I just really want to play Cubivore and own it. Like, if I was super rich, I would own all the copies of Cubivore. Definitely. There'd be no escaping. There'd be nobody ever escaping me and my graphs. So I could have Cubivore, every copy that ever existed. Or that currently still exists and is playable. There we go. I don't care about the non-playable copies. I don't care about the boxes if it doesn't have a game in it. Okay, let's get a view of what we've done. We can't really see the river, and that's fine. But it looks like we did get some of that done, so that's neat. Hopefully next time we knock out this front part. And then the time after that we knock out that front part. And then we just decide to touch up these. Touch up the cave so we can't see any of the the like overworld stuff from them from any angle. And I think that'd be it. It's a little earlier than we usually do, but I don't think we'd be able to get too much more done in this state. So we'll probably call it a little earlier. We got 2 full, not full, but you know, mostly full whatevers from the actually it's kind of neat. Makes it a little easier to see the bad guys too. That's cool. Yeah, we'll call it a day. We'll call it a night. Honestly, we should have grabbed all the stuff in our whatevers and just gone to the ship so we wouldn't be under attack. And hopefully, my hope is definitely we get our crap sorted out and we get a lot of sleep during this week so I can not be so tired by the time we record again. But we'll see. I always say I'll do things better or I'll figure things out, and I never do. Really hard when you're a kind of person who's all over the place. That is the unfortunate truth of it all, I suppose. So I'm guessing we took the bed that was down there, didn't we? We can sleep on the deck, that's fine. Oh yeah, the cloud's not gone. And it won't be gone. It's just doing what it's gotta do. Okay. And I don't have space in my thing to get rid of that. Okay. There's a secret technique I can... I'm gonna fall. I'm gonna fall and I'm gonna regret it. No! No. Oh, there we are. That's the nice thing about the nether planes we've made. It's a little easy to see where they are from anywhere. Well, let's grab our garbage and maybe not maneuver ourselves in such a dumb way. Especially when I'm so out of it. Like, that was a really dumb choice. An exceedingly stupid choice to make. I did it anyways. We're wasting a little bit of time. It's basically time, you know, it's fine. Where were we? Give me my items. There we go. There we go again. And as long as we have all of our... We're missing some pieces of the netherrack. We're missing pieces of the netherrack. Oh, I see. Okay, we got everything, I think. I assume. Honestly, if I was going to bet on where we would have fallen, I would have said we probably would have fallen off the ladder. So it's funny that we got up the ladder the first time without any real issue. Decided to do something a little stupid and risky and whiffed it. Totally slipped up. Literally slipped up. How's that for a little funny haha thing? Literal, and we still have clouds in the way. Okay. I feel like there's a reason we didn't do this the last time though. Right? Oh no, there's no reason. That's literally leads up. Well, cool. We did it. So we've done nothing there. Everything we've done is actually on the other side. We can't really see anything we've done from here. Okay. Can we see it from this part? I just want a good view. Between the clouds and just the way this world is, I don't... Okay. We jumped over the fencing. Wow. Nope, not a good view. I mean, not really either. Can we... Oh. I don't know, I don't think that's a smart thing to do. It was not. That was... Oh, that was... erratic. At best. Only the clouds weren't in my way. Oh, it's a big blooper cloud. Okay. Well, that's fine. We don't have to look. We can pretend we're seeing whatever we want to see. There, we can pretend we're in a safer area. We're looking at our own progress that we made. Very fun, very fine. Very okay. The next time we will continue placing netherrack. And we will just keep placing netherrack until we're done placing netherrack. Hopefully at some point we will start grabbing lava as well and placing lava. But we will see. I don't have any promises. I don't have any plans. I can't keep my promises. I can't even get sleep, okay? I can't not procrastinate. I'm not doing my best here. I'm sorry. So, yeah. Next time we're doing basically the same thing. Hopefully a little more awake and a little more alert and with better stories. So I will see you guys next time with that, once again, with the same promise I give every time. Alright. Thank you for watching once again. Bye.